Hello everyone, welcome to Clarity 16.1.1 Supportability and Feature Training. I am Ramakrishna. In this section, we will be talking about enhancements to timesheets in modern UX. In this release, as part of timesheets enhancements in Timesheets Grid, we have extended functionalities of Resource OBS filter and introduced smart options like current, next and previous in time period filter. Why is this important? With respect to Resource OBS filter, this will make the user experience consistent while using Resource OBS filter in Timesheets Grid. Also, this will be more useful while working with group filters, especially along with other attributes. With respect to rolling time periods, having the options to select current, next and previous in time period filter gives more flexibility to filter data. Time period filter with current option is now a required filter that improves the performance in displaying the data in Timesheets Grid when user navigates to Timesheets Grid. Timesheets Grid Resource OBS filter. In 16.1.0, Resource OBS filters were not working across multiple filter groups. In 16.1.1, we enhanced the functionality to make Resource OBS filter work while working with filter groups. Timesheets Grid Resource OBS filter. In 16.1.0, Resource OBS filters were not supported in widgets. Also, while creating widgets with filter widgets option used to display an error when Resource OBS filter was applied. In 16.1.1, Resource OBS filters are supported in widgets and filter widgets option supports Resource OBS filters. Timesheets Grid Rolling Time Periods. In 16.1.1, we introduced three options, namely current, next and previous in time period filter in Timesheets Grid. These options will also be available in widget filters. Current period is selected by default in time period filter, displaying the timesheets with respect to current period in the grid below. Let us go through the demo of enhancements to Resource OBS filter in Timesheets Grid and rolling time period in Timesheets Grid. I am logged into a system with previous version of Clarity, that is 16.1.0. I am in Timesheets Grid. As you can see, I have applied two filter groups. One of the filter groups has Resource OBS as one of the options, but we have not selected any Resource OBS filter as yet. As we can see, the data at the bottom is getting displayed as 1081, that is the system is displaying 1081 records. Now let us apply a Resource OBS, filter the data, and we can see that the data is filtered and the number of records that are available to be seen are 412. Now let us try to apply Resource OBS filter again in another filter group. I would like to filter on location Chicago, and when we apply the filter, instead of data getting filtered with two Resource OBS filters applied across multiple groups, the data is not actually getting filtered because Resource OBS filter was not working across multiple filter groups, and we can see the total number of records getting displayed at the bottom as 1081. Now I am logged into a system with current version of Clarity, that is 16.1.1. I am in Timesheets Grid and I am applying the same type of filters that we have applied on 16.1.0 system. First, we have not applied any Resource OBS filter, and when I am trying to filter the data with these two filter groups, the total number of records that I can see at the bottom is 1081, as it was even before in the previous version. Now let us apply a filter on resource OBS, and data is filtered with the selected resource OBS filter. Now let us try to add resource OBS again and filter on location OBS Chicago. Data is filtered and we can see that at present the data is being shown as 128 records. In this way we can see that resource OBS is getting applied across multiple filter groups in 16.1.1. I am presently logged into previous version of Clarity, that is 16.1.0, and creating a widget. Let us say I create new widget of number tile, number of active time sheets. Now I would like to add a filter. Here I will try to select resource OBS, and I will not be able to see resource OBS as an available filter while creating a widget in 16.1.0. I am presently logged into present version of Clarity, that is 16.1.1, and creating a widget. I would like to create a new widget of number tile. I'll just give the title as active time sheets, and I would like to add resource OBS as a filter. And now in 16.1.1 resource OBS is available for me to be selected as a filter. I can go ahead, create a filter, and then add this, and we can see a widget being created with resource OBS as a filter. I am presently logged into previous version of Clarity, that is 16.1.0, and I am in Timesheets grid. I go to time period filter. I can see the list of time periods that are active in the system. I am in 16.1.1 system now, and in 16.1.1 we have introduced rolling time periods, that is in time period filter we can see three options, namely current, next, and previous. So user can click on current and data would be filtered based on this time period, current time period. I am presently logged into Clarity 16.1.0 version, that is the previous version. In Timesheets grid, when a resource OBS filter was applied, and if we enable filter widgets, we used to get an error. Now I am in 16.1.1 version, and with resource OBS filter applied in Timesheets grid, when we enable filter widgets option, we will not get any error, and we can go ahead and create widgets with filter widgets option when resource OBS filter is enabled on Timesheets grid. This concludes the Timesheets enhancements update section. Thank you.